Okay, this is the second part, and a very important part, in what I'm calling the sun and clouds metaphor for transformation. It's very important that you watch the first part of the video and this one together. So if you've already watched it, great. If you haven't, please be sure to either stop now, if you can do that, and watch part one and then come back to this, or watch part one as soon as you're done with this so that you can get them back to back. The first part should be available on whatever site it is that you happen to be seeing this. If not, or you can't find it easily, you will see a URL on the screen, and you can simply go there and you'll be able to get the first part. So let's go back and cover again that who you really are is the equivalent of the sun. Infinite power, infinite wisdom, infinite joy, infinite abundance, and the ability to create and have and be and do anything, snap of the finger, unbelievable amounts of power. But in order to come here and play in what I call phase one of the human game, you created this solid, dense cloud cover that was specifically designed to block out your direct experience of the truth of who you really are. And once this solid, dense cloud cover gets locked into place, metaphorically, here in our day-to-day lives, in what I call the illusion, three-dimensional reality, the real world as you used to call it, whatever, becomes metaphorically black and white, dark and cold, because the truth and the power and the wisdom and the abundance and the joy of who we really are has been blocked out effectively in phase one of the human game. Now here's the really interesting thing. Again, this is where we live in our lives day to day, in this dark, black and white, cold world, blocked off from the truth of who we really are with capital T's. So, if you're in here and you use some sort of a self-help technique, personal growth technique, manifestation technique, whatever it is, to try and change something in here, you may succeed in changing it, you may not. But even if you do, here's the interesting thing. Something may appear to change in here, whether it's temporary or it actually lasts, but you haven't done anything here. It's still black and white in here. It's still cold in here. It's still dark in here, and you are still blocked from a direct experience of who it is that you really are. Again, you may have changed a detail in the illusion. You may have changed a detail here in the story, but you haven't done anything with this. What you have to do to create true and permanent transformation is knock out this cloud cover so that the sun of who you really are and all these rays of sunshine can shine in and you can experience them. And the only way to do that is to use a specific set of tools, which I've developed. They're not the only tools, but they're the tools that I have developed. But either way, you have to use a specific kind of a drill. You have to use specific kind of tools to tunnel your way through here. And when you do tunnel your way through here, as you saw in the other video, or you'll see in the other video if you haven't seen it, the sun of who you really are has to shine through that tunnel when you poke a hole here. And then something has to change here, and it has to stay changed here. But so many self-help techniques are out there saying, just do this, do this, do this, and all those things they tell you to do are in here, and none of them affect the cloud cover that's in here, and none of them ultimately allow the sun of who you really are to shine in. So if you really want to brighten this up in here, if you really want to be able to have a direct experience of your infinite abundance, your infinite power, your infinite joy, your infinite wisdom, you've got to knock out this cloud cover. And none of the typical self-help personal growth transformation techniques support you in doing that. You have to use a different set of tools that are specifically designed to knock out this very solid, dense cloud cover.